Welcome to Literally Nothing Show. I'm Mel Fascist Pig.
I'm Mathew Blevins.
I'm John Dollar. I'm Rich Ponder.
This is the commentary. We're going to watch A Night of the Living Dead.
The zombies. They're going to bite you.
I want to see 1969 Brains. Did the zombies originally go for brains or just?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Plain old.
That was
We had to add rules later.
1985's
Oh,
Return of the Living Dead. It was written and directed by the same guy that wrote Alien. Oh, really? Yeah.
Ridley Scott?
Alien.
No, Ridley Scott directed it. The guy that wrote Alien directed Return of the Living Dead. And I can't remember his name for nothing.
it's not Dan O'Bannon, is it?
Yes.
All right.
I was about to say H.R. Geiger, but he did like the
You just seen the
I was about to go with Jurassic Park's guy.
yeah.
Michael Crenshaw or whatever.
Michael Crichton.
Crichton, yeah.
Have you ever considered Jeopardy?
You do know a lot about a lot of random shit.
I think he could blend in on Jeopardy too. It's like, yeah, he belongs there.
Yeah. I could pass. Be the
get
first white trash Jeopardy contestant.
Show up in like a wife beater, like drinking a beer.
I'll surprise everybody like Rosie Perez and White Men Can't Jump.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take zombies for 1,000. It's like, that's not a category. You gotta pick one that's up there.
The deck was just stacked for him that day.
The penis mightier.
All 10 options was just like right in your ballpark.
I'll take anal bum cover.
That's album cover.
Come on, Trebek, show 'em my artwork.
So I wonder if this cemetery is still there. I assume they went to a real
Well,
cemetery.
they don't just get up and move, but
Yeah.
sometimes they just move the headstones instead of the graves, like in Poltergeist.
No, I mean like
When they build the house.
hell, Murfreesboro a couple of years ago, they just totally just took out the cemetery, and then people found out like towards the end when they were already done building, and they're like, oh, we already done it.
What are you gonna do?
Too late now.
Cemeteries have been taken out before.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when I was
Just
a
like
kid, I used
Poltergeist.
to go sledding on an ancient Indian burial mound.
Oh fuck
The
that.
extra daylight down
You're
there.
definitely
You want a
crazy.
haunted sled? Because that's
Pet
how you get a
Cemetery
haunted
got me
sled.
on that. You don't fuck with Indian burial grounds.
Yeah, dude, it's a real place, Coquia Mounds,
I wanna blow
just
some
outside of
up.
St. Louis. You can look it up.
You know, I
Uh,
figure we're
it's
either going to have
ancient
to
Indian
move Mother out or
pyramids.
move the grave into Pittsburgh.
Were you like skiing down the hill and there's like a skinwalker skiing up, like right by you?
No, they
Yeah,
take you out
Johnny
from the
left.
snow and grab you.
Oh yeah, okay. That makes more sense.
They
They wouldn't pay those ski rental fees.
Exactly.
I don't
They
even
want to
remember
catch you
what
by
the man
surprise.
was.
Johnny, it takes
Actually,
you
the
5 minutes.
Appalachians are
Yeah,
more
5 minutes to
cryptid
put the
filled
wreath
than
on the
any
grave
other
and 6
region
hours to
in
drive back
fucking
and
That's what I
U.S.
hear.
Have you ever
Father
talked to
wants
anyone
remember,
from
so
there?
we trot 200
You'll understand
miles
why.
into the country and just stay
They
home.
are cryptids.
Well, we're here, John. All right.
That's where they all hang out.
Mothman and his whole family.
No offense to all the cryptid viewers.
Pontiac.
I mean, shit, go out to Gatlinburg and talk to a native. Fuck.
Isn't that a Waylon Jennings song?
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
I've decided
So
to
there's a
become
little-
a detective, Johnny.
There's a little house there. Is that the cemetery office?
House by the cemetery.
Do people still get dressed up like this to go to the cemetery? I imagine they'd more so be wearing what I'm wearing. Just sweats.
Nowadays, yeah.
Well, this is back in the day when people had class.
Yeah, we have no class.
Late.
TikTok
You've
on
got
our
enough
assholes.
earlier.
Oh, look, I already
That's
lost an
fancy if you're
hour's sleep on the
TikTok
time
in your
sheet.
asshole.
It's like we
Why
have
did you
class for
complain?
the
Don't you hear
cemeteries. We
yourself
still have
talk?
segregated bathrooms, but
There
for
it
the
is.
class when it comes to the cemeteries.
Don't be drawing correlations that we can't get on cancel or get canceled for.
It's a little early in the movie for
Mama, I miss you. Mama.
I wonder what happened to the one
That's
from
Forrest
last
Gump.
year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and
As
polish.
much as I love
clean
this
this up.
movie, she's got to be the most.
Sell it
annoying
next
woman
year.
in the
Oh,
world.
she's
Wonder
yeah.
how many times we bought the
I mean,
same
it's
one.
been a while since I've seen this one. I've actually seen the 1990 version more than I have this.
The 91 is so much better.
Well, yeah, it's in color.
Tom Savini and director.
I love this. I didn't like how they did Barbara.
I mean, dude
in
even
it,
took around
but
2
it's
pins.
got Tony Todd in it.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this week,
Yeah.
huh?
There's one of them now.
time to put on my murder gloves.
Yeah.
Come over here, I'm gonna smack you.
Why was he wearing
Now,
those
notice
to
he
the
wasn't
cemetery?
wearing
I
the
think he was
gloves
going
when
to
he was
strangle
driving.
Barbara.
Yeah, so why is he just now putting them on?
Come on.
He's planning on strangling Barbara, and then the zombie shows up. I think the zombies
The zombie saved
He's
deferred
a hero.
a murder.
They did. And God said no.
Remember one time when we were small, we were out
He's
here?
putting on his. All
It
right.
was
It's
way
called
over there.
sophistication.
I
You're
jumped
driving
out at you
gloves.
from behind
It's
the
so you don't
tree,
get
and
your
Grandpa
steering
got
wheel
all
dirty.
excited. He
Look
filled
at what
his
position
fingerprints
she's in.
and-
now.
He's about ready to strangle her ass.
Yeah.
I kind of,
Remember that?
I like this new theory.
He recognizes that look. He could tell it in the eyes.
You miss your mom,
If you
Barbara?
had a sister like that, wouldn't you want to choke the bitch?
Don't you want to meet your mother again real soon?
I thought you missed Mom.
They're coming
He
to
really
get
does
you,
look like Hunter
Barbara.
Burns,
Yeah.
like you were saying earlier.
He looks fucking wasted.
Coming for you, Barbara.
It's Hunter Burris' grandpa, though, but he didn't tell nobody.
Acting like a
He's
child.
ashamed.
They're coming for you.
Oh yeah. Has
Here
anyone
comes
ever
one of
seen
them
Hunter
now.
Burroughs in this movie in the same room? I've never seen it.
You're right. He was very true.
I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
She's just trying to be polite to a zombie.
Hands off my sister.
I did like the more accurate shit about the 90 version, like the zombies in the graveyard. The backs of their clothes were split, like they actually.
sections and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, because that'd be more accurate as far as what they do.
Yeah, what they
Okay,
actually do for
postmortem
a
stuff.
funeral.
Yeah.
And I said this earlier, but I don't know who caught it or who didn't. I've got the 30th anniversary DVD of this, and they went and shot more stuff 30 years later with the same guy as the same zombie, but he's 30 years older.
Oh my God.
And a preacher that is cosplaying Anton LaVey. And it's, oh God, it's bad.
That's what I call a party in '99.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
Get your shoe on. Okay, we'll just get rid of it.
Of course, Johnny has the keys. We can start the car.
She's not on the insurance.
I like how he's kind of doing like a Frankenstein thing because he didn't really know.
But
They were
he's
just
moving
trying it
awful
out.
fast as compared to the
I
ones
know.
later in the
Right.
movie. And then he's got the wherewithal to use to pick up a rock.
That's a running zombie right there
Well,
Yeah.
so they were there in the original.
from the very beginning.
28 days.
Uh-oh, rock time.
Yeah, see how fast he's moving? Now he's got a tool.
And one would assume he's fresh.
And
dead
he
then.
came back to that in Land of the Dead. Well, actually in Day.
A day.
In Day where Bub gets the gun.
Sure.
Did she just kick it into gear? She's gonna coast.
So we have the break so that it's
That,
Huh.
Don't let a young filmmaker borrow.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
see.
you can tell.
Oh, it drove right beside the tree.
Oh no.
Better get out, lady.
But they just so happened to get that right in frame.
She was not driving very fast either.
She just kind of put it neutral.
I give her no brakes.
Well, she didn't use the
If you're gonna be
brakes.
the
She would've hit
original,
straight.
you got to be the original OG here.
You know what that coat is? That's a coat that like strippers that come to your home wear. They pull it off. Yeah.
How many have you had come home?
I am one.
I'd buy that for $1.
That's actually a pretty good night for me. I had a whole dollar tonight.
Let me in, let me in.
She's just stumbling over everything.
She didn't know how to do a lot of stuff.
She's really winging it here.
Well, act.
Get over there.
So now he's ambling.
So this door was already open. Door locked, all right. Safe. We got grapes on the table so we can live.
The dude that lived there is upstairs.
All right.
Spoilers.
Yep. I know it's new and people haven't seen this yet.
It's only like 60 years old.
Yeah. This movie is 6 years older than me.
People have died
8
of
years older
natural
than me.
causes, and it's been okay that we're born the year this came out.
I will say that people was right the entire time. They would just hunker down in the fucking basement and not alert every zombie in the area with hammering and fucking all that other bullshit.
Yeah, but then you don't have a movie. Well, you have the kid.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity.
That kid would have never came in my safe house.
Leave it to toxic masculinity.
It makes for a longer ass
It's just these damn
zombie movie.
rich males. It's getting us all killed by zombies.
Getting hammered. I mean, using hammers.
These bastards.
Y'all see that Night of the Living Dead had Sid Haig in it, and the guys in the house were growing weed.
I saw that
Did you
one.
see that?
He was like a
Uh-uh.
mortician or something like that. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, it was horrible. But it was better than a lot of these ones that come out. There was this one reanimated and all this other bullshit. Horrible.
Rev, you kind of look like Sid Haig's cousin.
Dude, you know what movie was fucking completely on par and accurate? Zombie Strippers.
I didn't see
It
it.
is the only movie I've ever seen that has gotten the strip club business
Is that
right.
the one with Jenna Jameson in it?
Yeah, and Tito Ortiz is the bouncer, and Robert
Where's
Englund's
that?
the club manager.
Oh, yeah.
I worked in strip clubs for like 25 years.
Sure.
It's the only movie that ever got it right. It's kind of like Fear and Loathing, the only movie that ever gets acid right.
Right.
Sure.
I couldn't believe it. They actually got it right.
Of all movies,
Yeah.
zombie strippers.
Showgirls didn't do it right. Striptease didn't do it right.
Chicago didn't do it right.
Zombie Strippers got it right.
Let me in, let me in. Oh, that is definitely a butt plug.
Oh, right.
That's it's kind of scary. I think my
That's
grandma
a
had something like
It's
that.
the 60s. That's a combination butt plug and bong.
And you can make orange juice with it. So that's
Put your liquor
It's
in
a
there.
multi-tool.
But you got to make sure to wash it first before you make OJ.
yeah. You never go ass to juice.
Oh, that's pretty high tech for back then.
It's just an actual corpse they found.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Right
that's,
here.
there was no laws against it until now. It's like, it ain't our
doesn't
fault
know
we
how to do
found the
anything
damn
right.
body in the road.
And here comes Ben.
For a second, it's like the zombies could drive now. God, they learn quick.
Hey, what's that black guy doing near that white lady? What's going on here?
And this
Sorry,
is
ma'am, we're here to
how
help.
many movies from this era you see
So
that.
Exactly. That's what
thing
I was making
about
fun of.
this movie was is that they didn't intend originally for it to be a black character. So there is this racial undertone that wasn't there before until they actually cast
Once
Dwayne.
you
Sure.
yeah.
No
Once they
shit.
cast Dwayne, then the whole movie's tone completely changed. His
Wow.
interaction-
So you're telling me on the set, even like, was that
It
done on
never written
purpose?
that way.
Well,
it was
it-
never written that way.
Wow.
It was never
The
written that way.
actors just naturally
But just-
treated him that way?
All you did
Yeah.
was change the skin color. That's all you did.
Oh, that's
Nothing
fucked.
else
Changed the whole
Nothing
dynamic of the story.
Oh, this movie's gonna get canceled
you
just because you
think
told
about
to
it.
expose the
It's
truth.
gonna be a little
You
rough.
can't be giving away white man truth, dude. You know, it's God.
In 68, and it was filmed in 67, so in 1967, a black character taking charge over white people.
Slapping a white bitch.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
Slapping
much
a white
unheard
bitch.
of.
Well, I can't wait to
Some
see the
fucking
first
Emmett
white
Till
bitch slap.
shit.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good.
Actually, wasn't that Kirk with her? Didn't he slap
Oh.
the shit out of her? Or was it, oh, he
He
kissed,
kissed her.
Kissed her.
What year was that? That would have to been in the
Well, it was like
60s.
67, 66.
Yeah.
It is weird watching like movies from this time frame because it's kind of hard to take the historical context out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you'd sit there and enjoy the movie, and then in the back of your mind, it's like, oh God, what was it like on set for this guy? It probably was pretty fucking rough.
Well, he was probably cool because I mean, and these were a bunch of art kids and.
Well, they
you
were
know.
all friends in this.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But for other people working
sure.
for like a studio, that would be different.
Yeah.
That would be different.
And there couldn't help but be unintentional racial undertones just from the mere fact that the character, you know,
Right.
was who he was. There was just no separating it from the times.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to look back at this, although it's probably before all of our time.
Oh yeah.
You know, I grew up in East St. Louis in the early 80s, and the civil rights movement, because it was especially because it was such a heavily black area, the civil rights movement was a huge part of our school curriculum. And so, I mean, as a little kid, it was, you know, they always taught us there was a lot of things that happened in that town. And I didn't think about this when I originally saw this. God, I was probably 5 years old when I saw this the first time. But now to look back on it,
Two of them.
this is a big deal.
Yeah. It was weird for me learning.
Nobody wants to give Romeo props
Have you seen any more around?
for his social justice he did.
Yeah, it's paving the way. But like I was born.
I'll
in
take his credit.
96,
The ones-
learning
the ones
about
give it to him, I'll take it.
96.
Okay, I was born in 76.
Yeah, bit of a gap.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember learning about like civil rights and all that stuff too. And what was weird to me was like, it's still going on, but it's like
Oh, whack him
learn
in the
that
head.
for history. And then I come back and ask my parents about it, and they would be talking. It's like, yeah, I remember seeing some of this stuff. Like, oh, yeah, that's like it's recent.
Yeah.
This isn't like way down the road.
Watch out.
Basically yesterday.
Oh yeah. You know, my parents lived through it for sure. My dad told me about the Black Panthers coming into his school.
No breakfast to people, that sort of thing.
I forget what he said, how it went down, but he was in school.
Yeah.
Where'd this Asian man just come from?
Yeah, Pittsburgh, no less.
60s.
Right.
That dude straight looks dead up like the dude in. I just now noticed this. That shot of him looked dead up like the dude in Return of the Living Dead. I can't think of the actor, but he was in part 1 and 2. He was the guy that worked.
That's
at
a real
You Need a
freak.
Medical Supply. Look at this dude. He looks just like him.
You know,
Oh,
his
the
son's
German
gonna
dude.
direct the feast.
Yes,
No.
because I watched Project Green.
No, the guy that
back then.
originally
That show.
showed the kid the canisters of trioxin.
Oh, sure.
Once he's zombified, looks just dead up like that guy.
Kind of looks like Pee Wee Herman.
To an extent.
It's
But watch out, he'll pull his wiener out.
like that's for jerking off at the
Killed him with a crowbar. Or tire iron. Back in like 97, maybe, this chick was butt-ass naked, wearing a Darth Vader mask, and stuck my tire iron in her ass and spun it.
Someday to hear the whole story about
Yeah.
that. Can't
It
just say
was
that and
fucked
expect
up.
us to move on from that.
Yeah, it was.
It's just like a
You
wild
want to hear
party.
the story?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was with this band. We were partying. We did a show the night before. Partying at a guitar player's house.
God, how did that just like
Get up. And
tested?
this chick was at the show the night before, and I didn't know her from anything. She shows up back at the guitar player's house because I crashed over there, and we still had like half a keg left and shit. We're still drunk from the night before, getting drunk again. And she's like, "Get out the camera, I want to make a porno." And I'm like, I thought she's bullshitting, so I'm gonna do what I do and fuck with her. I had to go out to my car to get like cigarettes or something. I come back with my 4-way tire iron. I'm like, "Stick this in your ass." She did. And spun it.
That was the start.
A 4-way.
Step one.
And multiple empty bottles of booze. One of them had a little bit of Everclear in it, and you should have seen the way she jumped up.
I think I'd have been scared to stick my dick in there.
I didn't. Drummer did.
It's like, whoa, I'm not going there, man.
A tire.
But then
but
she's
not a-
doing all this,
not a dick.
and it's not a good Darth Vader mask because she doesn't want her face on camera. I guess she wanted it to be filmed. It wasn't like a like high quality Darth Vader mask. It was a little kid's mask with the string in the back and eye holes cut out.
This one's not movie grade.
And then she's going to town on herself, and there's like 3-4 of us just watching. And this is before really the internet, right?
Yeah.
You don't see shit like that. Guitar player's girlfriend walks in,
Oh.
sees that. They take off, big fight, and then she stops. She wants to watch the
Don't
video.
doubt it.
And then there's like 3 of us sitting there. She goes, "Will you guys jerk off while you watch this?"
So you got to jerk it
no.
off, man.
This is pretty
That polite
fucking
about
weird.
it. Hey. Remember?
Yeah, that was my tire iron story.
I feel like a 4-way tire iron would be safer to stick in your ass than that one, because that's got a sharp edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking. Like, when you spin it, wouldn't that just be
I feel
like
that
a fucking
story-
propeller, man? I mean,
Yeah.
That story brings a certain
It's
balance
one of the
to-
weirdest things I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that brings a certain balance to 5 minutes ago when we were talking about the civil rights movement.
Right.
Yeah.
There's this.
you
But
know,
who the fuck
civil
does that?
rights,
That
iron
shit.
and ass.
Yeah, it's fucking
Hey, he's
wild.
got hammer and nails.
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some board, something about this fireplace, something we can nail this place up.
We got to board the winder.
Her hair still looks great. After all this running.
Oh yeah, and not a drop of sweat on her.
In that big ass
I know
coat.
you're afraid.
That is a hairpiece.
I'm afraid too.
100%.
But we
That
have
probably
to
would
try to
explain
board
it.
the house up.
I doubt
I
it
don't wonder if
because
he's doing
they
a
had
person
no
standing
budget.
there.
You
Right.
understand?
Look at
We'll
it.
be all right here.
Is up at
No,
You'll
she
have
kind of
to
moves like
come to
that.
rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll
She's
have to
just
help.
the absolute
Now I want
worst.
you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. You understand?
And not because she's a woman.
You know somebody's
She's
difficult.
just an insufferable
It
It
character.
ain't, it ain't her fault she was a woman.
But you know somebody's being difficult if you have to grab them by the arms and be like, please listen to me.
We ain't claiming her.
And the way they have that mantle set up is kind of bothering me. It's like
It's
60%
lopsided.
books, and then there's a urn, and then a picture of an Irish priest. No, like, let's get the tiniest clock in the world
not
and put
even
that next to
framed.
it. Yeah, it's just like, he just taped it on the wall. Well, we spent all of our money on whiskey. We can't get a frame for this.
Then why do we have to put the... Just let me pitch an idea. We don't put the picture of the guy up there.
We can have a little bit of empty space up here.
I wonder if the picture of the guy is the guy in the urn.
So you think maybe this was like George Romeo's girlfriend at the time? That's how she
That's
got the
like
gig?
some like.
Could be.
Or she just happened to blow him one
Something that
time?
only the set designer would know.
Or it's plot.
Hey, is that December 19, what, 66? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it said 66.
This is gonna be a shitty
Well, the movie
Christmas.
came out in '68, so that sounds reasonable. And you know, most
He just
people
knew all
have
that wood was
lumber,
under there. He
Just
just knew. He's got a kinker for wood. His mom always told him he was special. You can smell wood from anywhere.
you know, people keep lumber in their kitchen.
No self-respecting farmer has little slats of wood like that in their fireplace. They're gonna be chopping wood.
Yeah, it'd be like sticks. If there any kindling, yeah. it'd be-
That's city folk
Yeah.
kindling. And you're not gonna board a door up with some city folk kindling.
I have this kindling here in case zombies show up.
Unless they had it for a fireplace and wood stove.
No, they would have. Who the fuck burns fucking lumber?
I don't know. I'm just trying to help.
It was just in case of the zombie apocalypse.
Oh. So the people at the house that died were prepared.
They already knew. They just got fucked.
You know, she's not really helping much.
No, she's all
That's
freaking
doing all
out
the
and
work.
shit.
Adding to the
Hey, wait,
atmosphere. She's providing an apocalypse.
She's on Molly. Look at her. She's feeling the walls.
So it's like, can you get out of the way?
Like, could you imagine, like,
Or into a wall.
Bull Dykes, like if we had like a panel of Bull Dykes right now, how mad they'd be at her. Well, I think half of them would be mad, another half would be like wanting to like eat that cunt real good and protect her. Whew.
She's playing.
I'm just thinking about the
traumatized,
times now, the times
like,
then. I don't
remarkably
know.
well.
You got to relieve your stress somehow.
Lots changed, but it remains the same.
Like women still crashing the trees every time they try to drive.
Mostly.
Damn right. And that's the message we want to get across tonight. That
I'm
women,
not co-signing.
women hate trees. That's the message of the show.
Reminds me of Mr. Pickles. He wouldn't let his wife drive the truck. Every time she drives the truck, she wrecks it. And she ran.
Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there.
Remember?
She's drunk.
There's a radio in the truck.
She's stupid.
Yeah, I know. She's just like, what this?
When a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road.
He's like, please help me.
But there must have been
Could you do something,
10,
please?
15 of those things chasing after it. Grabbing and holding on.
Like, he's trying to board up the place, and she's trying to tell him, like, so are you going to get me something to drink? I'm kind of hungry. Are we going to eat something?
I could just see that the truck was
We're
moving
going to be
in a
in here
funny
for
way.
a while if you couldn't
Those
tell.
things were catching up to it. Truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the
Been
guardrail.
ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, he was waiting for this
Yeah.
moment. The moment he saw them coming, he's like, oh, hell
I guess the
yeah.
driver must have cut off the road
Kill white people.
into that gas station.
I am not co-signing.
Ripped over a gas.
You're not allowed to say
never
that.
stopped moving.
That's like, my career's going well. I want it to stay that way.
It is so not.
You don't want to get,
Just don't want to go.
you don't want to get like Louis C.K. 10 years from now.
It's like, ah, fuck.
Still is, man. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me.
on Broadway about to break into song.
That's when I noticed that
He opens up that piano right behind him.
the entire place had been encircled.
Pussycat, whoa, whoa.
You'd think he'd be in a bigger hurry to board the shit up.
He's got a monologue.
He's
to
got
do
he's,
first.
he's got to make her comfortable. Look,
like,
look, she over just playing with her nails.
Yeah, it's like I got to do my hand.
God, this bimbo.
Shakespeare in the park.
I hate this lady. It's so good I can't hear her voice. I think that'd make me even more angrier.
Just
But Johnny has the
Standing there.
keys.
staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me.
You can see the pain in his face from talking to her.
Just wanted to crush
He's tired. He's hungry.
I went to a diner.
It will wear you
I
out
know where
talking
my car-
stupid. It'll wear you out quick.
through the air like
Like, fuck this place. Fuck these zombies.
He's getting good stuff
We
for
were
his
riding
real
in the
though.
cemetery.
Yeah. He's getting his clip
Johnny.
together for Zanies.
We came to put a wreath on my father's grave.
Jesus Christ, I ain't seen acting like this since Kirsten Stewart.
And he said,
You ever see a drunk stripper have a meltdown?
Kind of looks like that.
Yes. Sometimes it's a little more hysteric.
Why
a
won't they
little more
take me
violent.
seriously? Probably because you're clapping your ass for dollars. little hard to take you serious.
I would be there friend zoning the shit out of her.
You need a water? How you doing?
It's hot in here.
I had it happen one night. Dancer's wasted, right? Her boyfriend's in the club. Why the fuck they let the boyfriends in the club?
That should be like a no-no.
Right.
And he said,
This club allowed it.
"Oh, it's late."
She comes up in a
Why
DJ
did we
booth
start
all
so
crying,
late?
bawling her fucking eyes out
And I
because the
said,
boyfriend's in there, and so is the guy she's fucking
"If
behind
you'd
his
gotten
back.
up earlier,
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, it's a tough
we
one.
wouldn't be late."
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for her.
I don't know what the fuck you want me to do about that.
That's a rough
And
night.
I said,
Yeah. I'm like,
not afraid,
Well,
Johnny."
you need to tell the guy you're fucking to get out of there.
And then this
Or
man
the boyfriend.
started
I don't know if the other guy she was fucking even knew about the boyfriend.
She had 2 boyfriends.
And Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's
like, I'm as
coming to
confused as
get
you are."
But you are a stripper at the strip club, and you can just be like, well, he's a regular. He's a regular. He's a regular.
Johnny ran away.
Listen, I'll get you a discount at the VIP
I
if
went
you
up
don't
to
cause a
this
scene
man.
here.
Hey, if you come tomorrow, baby, I'll make it worth your while.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up
There are no boundaries.
and I said,
in good
"Goody."
strip clubs.
Oh, wow.
and he grabbed me.
I actually live right next to one.
He grabbed
I
me.
don't know if I want to say the name for
In Nashville?
Yeah,
Which one?
Deja Vu.
Okay, the new location on Church?
I think you should just calm down.
I haven't been in there.
He said, hey, man, I'm not going to do it forever.
I worked at
Not-
most of the clubs in Nashville at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, she's having a time. Look at her little fit.
And there's a Hustler Hollywood right next to that
Johnny
place.
came
Yeah.
And my mom and dad came to visit, and I was like, this is going to be fun. And my mom looks right down the alley, and it's like, oh, look at that. John lives
Yeah.
right next to a strip club and a sex shop.
Man,
Well, and there was the gay bar right behind it.
The Tribe.
There was another one that was like right behind the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
we talked about doing this skit where we got with the porno, like a toy store, and like be sitting there waiting for like the next lady to come in and be like, next dildo's on us. And we like help this lady pick out a dildo.
We have
I
to
thought
go
that would be
out and
hilarious.
get Johnny. He's out there.
I also love how everybody just ignored
Please
the fact that I
don't you
instantly
hear
knew
me?
the name
We've
of the
got
gay
to go
bar.
out and get
I
him.
live right next
Yeah,
to
we're gonna we'll give you a
They're
pass.
on Church.
We'll give you a pass on that one.
It's a pretty happening street.
Well, I mean, if you ever need a free drink, all you gotta
Back
do
in
is
the
walk
day,
over.
there was this place called Lucy's right there. Lucy's Records. You guys ever go?
I remember hearing about it.
It was a straight up record store that had a little back room with a stage in it and local bands playing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
When I first came to Nashville, it was like the place. It was the first place I found. You know, because I moved here not knowing anybody or anything. So
Oh yeah. Did she faint?
Oh, she's tired? He's been doing all the
just
work.
needs-
Does she get tired from laying down and get up and fall?
all that whining,
Jesus Christ.
take it out of here.
All just crying. and
It's that
10 minutes
negativity.
running.
Hey, be careful.
Oh,
Careful.
what? There's
You
no.
know,
Careful.
Get you lynched.
don't get
Careful.
All, get all Weinstein here.
I wonder how many times these audio samples have been used. Because it's public domain, so anybody can use it for anything.
And because of the crisis, which is
But
even
the whole
now,
Hey, there's something like
news report about the dead coming back to life and all that.
There's something above through there that's coming in, the dark.
throughout this part of the country are pooling
It's almost like the mic or something. I don't know. Did they even do that shit back then? They had to have a mic guy. The boom. Here's that dildo thing again. Unless they're just all over the house.
Why did he just disassemble in the house?
You know, for all this hard labor he's been doing, his clothes have been surprisingly clean throughout all of this. You think that shirt would just be messed up at this point?
I can't even change a light bulb without having to change my
Yeah.
shirt.
Exactly. Can't even eat without having to change a shirt.
Oh,
He needs to start getting a shirt designated for him. This is my eating shirt.
it's black. I'm not Johnny Cash.
Now, they're obviously not in a big hurry like the dude at the beginning.
They're just slowed down.
So there's the firewood.
So far, we have been unable to determine any kind of organized investigation is yet
Are they using the
underway.
sticks for
Police,
kindling, maybe?
sheriff deputies,
Start the
and
bigger
emergency
fire.
ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governor
Well, whoever is there obviously is a hunter. There should be a gun somewhere. There's like a wild boar on the wall. There's a deer on the wall. Is he gonna burn that?
They get a hold
Is he about to burn his chair?
They're doing all this work.
And the fact that they don't burn the fucking house down with this shit.
Until the nature of this crisis has been determined, and until we can advise what course of action
He did everything so assertively, I assumed it was a good idea.
It's like, just been following him along this whole time.
That's my whole problem in life. If somebody does something assertive, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this. This is our plan.
Even like a sense of confidence. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
let's do what he's doing.
I'm ready to follow this guy.
All right.
This man's got a
Why
torch.
not? I don't have any better
He
ideas.
just stacked kindling all over the house and then lit a torch.
Wouldn't it be better to? I think he's going about this the wrong way.
Yeah.
Here's zombie,
Like,
zombie,
that porch
zombie.
has got to be a fucking tinderbox, man.
He does the thing where they're all gonna feel compelled to come closer to the house.
I know, it makes no
What was he
sense.
trying to do?
No, it is.
Oh, they don't like fire.
Like Frankenstein.
Fire
bad!
Okay.
We're taking too much context from zombie movies that haven't happened at this time.
I know.
That's true.
We've seen so many zombie movies, we can't even remember the original and how it all started.
within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined.
You ever notice
That one board will keep everything out, I swear.
They have like no muscular strength whatsoever, right? Yet they've got enough force in their jaws to break through your skull.
Right.
This is the latest dispatch.
I imagine that's a lot of PSIs. You
That's
need
right.
a lot of torque to get into a skull.
It's kind of like a
An
gator.
alligator. Yeah.
Now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned,
Except for what?
This is the stuff that keeps me up at night.
For Resident Evil, they got some swole zombies. Resident Evil.
I saw the first one.
Yeah, they eventually get so silly.
The first video game
I've never played the game.
where that zombie in the library turns around is the scariest moment of my 14-year-old
Yeah,
life.
that was a defining moment in all of our childhoods.
No.
bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and
thank God
to
I still
stay
have my
indoors
wig.
at all costs.
Why is my...
Late reports
It's a
reaching this
hundred
newsroom
people
tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches,
a
government buildings, shelter, and protection from the wholesale murder, which apparently is engulfing much of the nation.
Like I get all filthy out in the woods, but I keep it nice and clean in here.
Is he just whacking that door with a hammer?
Yeah.
Come and get it.
He's a little burnt out.
Yeah, he just did literally nothing useful for about an
Yeah.
hour and a half. That's gonna tucker a guy out.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a hell of a night. So
Just smoke
he
this
definitely needs
cigarette
to
real
smoke.
quick. Then we'll go back to
How
whacking that
often
door
do
with a
you
hammer.
see someone smoking in a movie?
Hard day's work.
Not so much, no. TV shows.
I really
you see a
respected this
lot.
guy
Yeah.
until he started
I
smoking.
never watch anything anymore, so.
I can't believe this bastard's gonna sit here and smoke in camera. Little kids could be watching this shit.
He's promoting bad cardiovascular health.
But he's done a lot of exercise, though, so there's a bit of a balance.
He's got a good core.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I mean,
He's a good-looking dude.
he's got some Gene Kelly haunches.
Yeah,
he's doing all right
He-
for himself.
He keeps
but
it tight.
He does. He keeps it tight.
He should get a union-mandated smoke break.
Ooh.
He's wearing business casual.
Daddy's got his gun.
There it is.
He's like, I can quit whenever I want.
This does seem like a weak ass gun.
I like how he just put the cigarette
looks
out
like it's a
on that
22.
fucking
Yeah.
clock or whatever is right there.
You shoot your eye out with it. I mean,
That's about it.
You never want to talk shit about a 22, but it's also better than not having a gun.
Oh yeah.
It's with a
I'll take a 22 any day over
Oh,
not
sure.
fucking.
These are bigger than 22.
Yeah.
You know
well,
what's
those ain't. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought he was setting those down because those weren't right bullets.
With a 22, you can have your brother hold a pop can and you can shoot it out of his hand, and that's fair game.
we do not advise.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
No,
Don't steal my
definitely
idea.
try that.
No.
Listen,
Our legal
morons, don't
department has
don't take anything we say
As
to
your
heart.
attorney, I advise you to try it.
If you couldn't tell already, we're
That's
not.
stuff you can only do in 1989.
Oh, he went and got her some shoes out of the closet.
Be all right here for a while.
That was mighty nice of him.
We have a gun and bullets, food and the radio.
So like, what's the girl's deal, man? Is she like traumatized? Is that what's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it could be traumatized.
Yeah, she kind of.
But I mean, even from the very beginning, she's like super skittish. Like there is something wrong with
That's
her.
us. We're doing all right.
She was about to be murdered by her brother.
Even
in a
before
cemetery.
that, from the very start of the movie, it's
Yep.
There's always
don't
unseen
know
childhood trauma, okay? There's room
Oh, yeah.
for her
Going
to have been
upstairs now.
damaged.
He's like, listen, it's the 1960s. No one cares
Anything
about
she's trying to
mental
break
health.
in here,
I
I
need you
can
to
hear
get
it
your
from
shit
up there.
together.
Yeah,
'cause
we all
got
just gotta
zombies.
tough it and raw dog
was a
it.
mental disorder back then. It's
Start
not
chasing
hysteria.
Slap
Come
him
on,
and spray
what
him
are
in
you
the
doing?
face with a seltzer bottle.
Close the doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay?
And now she's got that Kubrick stare.
Okay.
Just go Victoria and Autumn as her cover.
There you go. Hey, they did it to JFK's sister.
That's why I like the Savini version better, though, is the twist that they did with Barbara, where she actually becomes empowered by the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
People don't get like that when they're in extreme fear.
No, most of the time.
They do not.
Well, there's fight or flight too, though.
That's why you save them for the movies.
Right. I mean, once in a while it happens, but being someone who put people in situations where they thought they were going to die, most people don't. They just collapse.
So they didn't think about the whole like when a zombie bites you, you can now become a zombie. That wasn't thought of yet.
They explain it on the radio in this. The radio announcer talks briefly about it.
These guys are all listening to podcasts on their way there.
Yeah.
Reports from witnesses.
Like I was catching up
But
on
the
Joe
only
Rogan. I didn't know
bite
it was a zombie
victims that
apocalypse.
come back, and I think it's if you die at all, you come back. in this. But the only bite victims that come back are her brother, Johnny, and the bite happens off screen, but Karen Cooper, the little girl.
Oh, the girl.
Oh yeah, the little girl.
Those are the only ones in this movie.
So the lady upstairs, we just forgot to.
Yeah, they
forgot to.
Yeah,
Rules that apply to her.
Exactly.
She had the special gene that zombie couldn't touch.
She's an asshole. Would you think you're better than the zombies?
More ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you.
Because obviously the one like.
I mean, they might as well just had a fucking poodle with the black guy. Jesus Christ. Say something.
It's Tom and Judy. And Mr. Cooper.
God, I was just trying to lie down. What the hell is going on now?
And that poor bastard followed the most confident one, and he died because of it. Let that be a lesson for you.
I think that's Michael Ironside's dad. At least it looks like him.
Okay.
Like it could be.
You know, we're just gonna say it is.
It is.
It's the safest place.
Close enough.
I mean, you didn't hear the racket you were making up here.
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That
It
girl
looks
was
like that guy from 30
Sure, you
Rock.
must know what a girl
Oh, yeah.
John Lithgow.
Steve Curry, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody would know somebody that needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on.
This dude and Ben are like the only people that got a half a head on
For
their
all we
shoulders.
knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more, the racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How are we supposed to know what was going on?
The only one that looks like he's exerting
Just got
And he's got his t-shirt tucked into his khakis.
Now you see it sound like
Not sure what's going on there.
It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
That might be why he's so sweaty. He's not airing it out at all.
I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck
That's
into
why
a
he
safe
lost his
place,
fight.
and
Yeah.
you're telling us we got to risk our lives just
Like
because
everybody
somebody
just-
might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this, mister? We came up, okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back down.
He's got a crooked tie. See his tie's all crooked.
That dude in the back,
Zorro.
his haircut is so bad that the guy who's balding looks better. I mean, I'm not one to
This
talk.
was right after his audition for Gilligan's Island.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car.
They couldn't have got this
We
guy
were
a
damn
straight
lucky to get
tie.
away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile
I can't
of
stop
wood.
looking at it.
What's going on
His
there?
wife and kids downstairs. Kids hurt.
Wasn't in the budget.
Well, I still think we're better off.
They knew that type of crook.
He's frazzled.
Could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
Everybody here's having a bad
We can
night.
fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff down.
God damn that tie, man.
I'm waiting for it to like cut back and forth and their pants just keep getting a little bit higher.
We're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those
That is definitely above waistline.
Smashed three of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you
Look at
they
his
turned
slumpy
over
ass
our
shoulders.
car?
Oh, hell, any good five men can do it.
That's my
This man has no
point.
confidence.
When there's not gonna
Yeah.
be 5 or even 10, there's
He
gonna
can
be
act
20,
like it.
30,
He's all bark,
maybe
no
100
bite.
yeah.
of us there.
You can tell from his
As soon as they
slumpy
go
ass
here,
shoulders.
they're
He's
Like a
just
little
all
pug.
firstborn.
That
God damn that tie.
I really hope he doesn't challenge me on this. Yeah. He just hides his drinking in his office. I gotta go discipline these 5th graders. Fuck it, I'm retiring.
He's just been whooping ass all day.
Yes, I'm sick of this.
so tired of whooping ass.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper.
Well, who's going to hold up the patriarchy?
If they did get in,
Somebody's gonna.
You want a spanking?
we'd be done. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on
Now listen
outside.
here, Tuts.
But down there with no windows, if a rescue party
Have you tried
came,
smacking her?
we wouldn't know.
Why does this one guy?
See if that helps.
He just looks like somebody's like pool boy or something. He's the yard guy.
This is the guy I was
Yard
cheating
man.
on my
He
wife
didn't
with.
get the part as Gilligan.
You two can do whatever you like.
I see you've met the man that I've been cheating on my wife with.
Zombie casting couch.
And I'm gonna board up that door, and I'm not gonna unlock it again no matter what happens. Now wait a minute, Mr. Cooper. No, I'm not gonna wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours. Now wait a minute.
The fuck is the doily?
Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to.
Why the fuck would anybody put that shit on their couch?
That's what I'm saying. Especially
This
on
is the
Hunter.
60s. My grandma had some of that shit on her stuff.
On their couches.
Yeah, that's for people who wet the couch, though.
You bought yourself in the cellar and those
Don't say you haven't done it. I know I have.
I pissed all over myself in a couch down in a condo. My buddy's
Well,
wedding
a
in
lot
Florida.
of times is I overestimate how much pants gravy my
I've never
pants
drank
will
so
actually-
much that I just wake
Oh.
up in a puddle of piss.
Pants gravy's amazing.
Oh, look out!
Hell yeah.
Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
Hit him with a stick.
No! No! Nunchuck, go! Nunchuck! Look at that hand. Look like tobacco or something.
So maybe these defenses would have worked a little better if I had somebody helping me when I was putting them up.
The zombies are about to take the gun.
Oh!
Yeah, that's a lot of damage for a 22.
He's like, oh, you done fucked up now.
It's all right.
You're not gonna like it when I get angry.
I like how there wasn't a large enough
It's like, I'm gonna drool on your gun.
All right, there's 2 wasted bullets.
I think they just recycled that shot.
Now you done shot me in the belly.
Was that supposed to be a headshot?
Oh, 3 times the charm.
There it is. You know, it is black and white. Oh, here comes some more zombies. I like how there's a light out there.
Yeah, of course.
Had to be.
Back in the 60s, you put floodlights in the
Ooh,
front yard.
nudity!
Saucy.
Shake it, baby! Uh-oh. Did I see tits in this? It's gonna get thrown off.
Yeah.
Nudity. Tree humper.
Yeah.
I was at
Bug.
Woodstock.
Bug. Yum.
Kind of looks like Janis Joplin.
Gotta fix these boards.
She just was drunk.
You're
and
crazy.
Just stumbled on set.
Like, hey,
And stumbled off. They're like, who was that
Later,
woman?
It did look like her.
Yeah.
Let's keep her in.
Get on the way.
I'm taking the girl with me.
Leave her here.
Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for.
Did they just constantly like redecorate the rooms? Cause I swear every time they show different shots, it's like different decorations in the
Yeah.
There was a
background.
bunch of books on the house.
Yeah, now there's a Coleman Lantern.
You go down there with him.
Confused about is aren't you?
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No.
Did they find a new house midway through the shot?
What about you?
She can't. Plus, I couldn't bring her up here. She can't.
They probably didn't catch it.
Well, look, we
Smashing
got
through the
banned for a
windows.
mannequin with a fucking merkin.
If you're stupid
What is a
enough to
merkin?
die in that trap, that's your business.
American fuck yeah, or what?
No, pussy wig. Like
It's
fucking
tough for the
triangle
kid, that
patch
old man
and
is so
like
stupid.
hair.
Oh,
that makes
well,
Held down in the
fucking YouTube's no fucking.
boss down there.
You got to be a bushwhacker around here.
Yeah.
Slick tracks.
We're
only.
pro Bulldog.
think
Like,
that's
as long as you're pro
community
Bulldog, you
guidelines.
can fucking play whatever you want. We got this.
I mean,
God bless them.
with your help, we can. With my help.
Old man. Mine
Oh,
is
don't hate on
more.
me and my Bulldogs. Pretty cool.
When is your softball team getting back together?
You guys are going to take state this year.
We can try. They love me. I love them.
I'm gonna let them get hurt too.
Judy's kind of hot.
It's all right.
She's got that Creedence Clearwater Revival outfit going.
She's already a better actress than the other one.
Yeah.
She just walks into the scene.
It's like, thank God she's here.
I don't think she's a bad
Just like, hey,
actress
what's
so
wrong
much
with
as
this
the
one?
part
She's
is-
played traumatized very well.
She's just staring off.
This is just catatonia.
See, she was kind of like looking off towards the set.
Are we
She
sure
might
they
have
didn't
been
just
kinda
drug
confused about
her?
So, is she all right?
Hey, kid.
I think they just drugged this lady. They couldn't find an extra actress.
Yeah.
Just doped her up.
He's wrong, you know.
Here, let's have a cigarette.
I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and
Get a
Jim?
tattoo of her.
They want to stay up there and let them.
That lady?
No, the kid.
You got a tattoo of that kid?
Yeah. Didn't I? I thought I showed it to you earlier.
Uh-uh. No shit.
It was before the movie came out.
I heard.
That's the only thing she says in this whole movie.
Oh, God.
And she says it right about this point.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
I doubt the camera will pick it up, but yeah.
I hurt.
And this, dude, this thing's like 20-something years old and it still looks pretty good.
Damn, man. You wasn't joking about being a big fan.
Yeah, dude.
Take it up to that camera. Go pick it up.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in the back.
Let the world know.
Can you see me now?
Oh, there it is.
Good? All right. Well, his tie's still fucked up. If there's a magical scene where his tie gets unfucked up, I'm going to be real mad. It's got to roll the whole way.
Were they just doing this in one take?
We'll see who's right.
That's the only way his tie could have stayed in the
Think
same
I'm begging
position.
me to let them in down here?
Pretty.
Like, these actors
It was
are actually
probably,
just hanging out.
I think it was shot over like 2 weeks.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, it is pretty much one location that they're
Yeah.
shooting on.
Yeah.
Does anyone up
I
there
mean,
know why we're being
with the
attacked?
exception of the beginning, there's inside the house, outside the house.
Happening here.
Once you get the script down, it's like the.
They didn't
largest
have any
part of
money,
this.
so they shot it in a real house.
Radio.
Radio upstairs. I heard it.
Had to be somebody's
There's a
house, like
radio
kinfolk,
upstairs and you
somebody.
ordered us in down
way out of
here?
his league.
I know what I'm doing.
What did it
Yeah,
say?
I want to say,
True.
Nothing. They don't know anything.
I just noticed like the little bitty hairs he has combed over.
I saw an interview with George Romero talking about it with
Take the
somebody they
boards
knew.
off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
I mean, they filmed this for peanuts.
Was there ever a commentary that George did himself?
People for it,
So
it tells
the
us
I'm
very
sure
last
there is.
version,
How are we going to know
there's the
what's going on?
30th anniversary. I think you were talking about it.
Yeah,
The only official version of Night of the Living Dead, the only one, is the one with the George Romero commentary on it. It's him and
So that's
We
not
may
public
not
domain.
enjoy living together.
anything that
Well,
that's
it's-
ever been put out before
Dying together
this
isn't going to solve
DVD
anything.
had nothing to do with George
Those
Romero.
people aren't our enemies.
If you're gonna buy it, buy the one with the commentary with George Romero. That is the only one.
So that would actually go to his family
that
and
goes to
proceeds.
that
And
estate,
his
correct.
zombie body still kicking
Yeah.
out.
Let's go up. Tom,
I think that black spot is growing on his head.
if Jim
Whoa!
would come downstairs,
You see that? You see that editing job?
yeah, that was continuity error, something like that.
Yeah. She's over here just like. She just like straight up went back to 2 years old, man.
It's because Johnny has the keys.
She's stuck.
Okay, open up.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
But of course, he was wrong too because he locked himself in the basement with a zombie.
To be fair, they really just kind of let the child kill them. If I would have saw a child with a fucking shovel coming at me, I'm pretty sure gonna kick that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is an alarming
she makes no effort to
She
defend
just kind of
herself
laid
whatsoever.
down. Was just like, ah!
Again, they show that these zombies are all weak, yet this 9-year-old girl has got enough force to kill someone with a masonry trowel.
Well, I guess they're trying to show that there was the fear that it got
Well,
the
I get the point.
And the
It's just
attachment.
these are the things that keep me up at night.
God, she's.
She discovered
I've
the
seen
doily.
this before. She is rolling.
She's rolling.
She is rolling, man.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
They done gave her a blue dolphin or a red Christmas tree or something. Jesus Christ. She's rolling.
What the fuck's wrong with her ankle?
It never worked right anyways.
The hell is that?
Purge.
Be nice if it was the zombie apocalypse. We can go straight in.
Yeah, right.
We're making our own rules as we go, baby.
We're gonna get some hits on this podcast.
Yeah. Sound like fireworks going on.
It's never fireworks in this neighborhood.
Something blowing up in the distance, like way over there.
Oh boy.
It's like a factory
fucking get
meltdown.
attacked.
Yeah.
No, it's another Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. Santa bombed a steel mill.
Maybe it'll be the quickest investigation ever. It'll take the FBI 1 day to solve this crime instead of 2.
Wouldn't that be so meta though? If we don't know that the apocalypse is happening outside
While watching the apocalypse.
Right.
This is the modern day.
This
This is the
is-
modern day Night of the Living Dead. Is people doing a
Well,
podcast
this is
about
a very
zombie
little
movie.
box to be in for this is the end.
And then a zombie
At least
movie.
they had Franco's fucking palace.
We got some stuff here we could use for weapons, though.
We got 13 beers. One half-ounce of good.
Yeah, first things first.
Oh, you
If I'm
are
gonna
the
be
Danny
fighting
McBride character though, aren't you?
Goddamn.
If
Damn.
I'm fighting some zombies, I gotta get good and hammered before.
Damn it, I hate to be the Danny McBride on that.
You be
Look what I found walking down the road. I call it Channing Take Yum.
There's a socket over here.
And you've been on fire with the people comparisons.
Yeah.
Sid Haig.
I do like
That's
some
my only magic trick.
I fucking love Ricky
Everybody
Powers.
gets one.
I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I
Powers, it's in the manual.
That's Autism 101.
Read.
It's in the manual. Uh-oh, TV.
It's Spider-Man's dad.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up!
In all parts of the wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is.
Yet they get a perfect reception. And they're out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania.
With nothing but rabbit ears.
When I was a kid, there was no.
Yeah, there's no
You
way.
did not get a signal like that.
Well, did you try to put it on 2 chairs like that?
Well, the chairs help, but the antenna, you know, it's still, you're going to get a little fuzz.
I remember antennas.
You need an aerial. I mean, what's a self-respecting farmhouse not going to have an aerial on the roof if they've got a TV?
You gotta remember, I live in the woods, man. We had 2, 4, and 5 until like 98.
Ours was 3, 6, and 7, and then Channel 42 came out.
Fucking hate PBS to this day.
PBS 12, I forget about 12.
Persons who have recently died have been
Viewers
returning
like
to
you.
life and committing acts.
I did like Bob
5,
Ross.
6, 7, 8, 9,
10,
10,
11, 12.
I'll give PBS one thing, Bob Ross.
Hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are
No way,
coming
dude.
back to
Nova's
life
the shit.
and seeking human victims.
On PBS,
I never saw
it's
that.
like the best shit ever.
Believe what we're
Is that like
reporting
current
to you, that does
or
seem to be
been
a
around for a while?
It's been around forever.
Oh,
It's
shit.
like science and nature documentaries, Mom. That's all I ever watched.
I remember Wild America
Carl
back in the
Sagan,
day.
I think, started
behind
it.
locked doors.
No, he started the Cosmos.
Situation has now changed.
That's like the only shit I ever watch anymore.
Uh,
Like, I don't watch anything.
I pretty much watch sports and
And
porn.
like musical instrument demos, and then I end up buying those things they show, and now I have a stupid amount of stuff, and I know where to put it.
Ooh, Youngstown. That would be Youngstown, Ohio, right?
It'd be Pennsylvania.
Is there a Youngstown, Pennsylvania?
Nearest you. Make your way to
But
that
Youngstown is probably, well, this Pittsburgh, so Youngstown's probably not that far. I'm not sure exactly geographically where it is, other than it's in the Rust Belt.
Well, if they're closer to Pittsburgh, you would think it would say.
But they may, I mean, it's entirely possible.
Joint Chiefs of Staff, CIA, has not
I'm gonna look at a
produced any
map,
public
motherfucker.
information. Our space experts being
I think it's maybe it's saying multiple places like Butler Medical Center.
That might be a line in a zombie movie. Is I'm gonna look at a map, motherfucker.
But fucking good.
Unlike these fucking losers on here, I know how to use technology.
That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists
Oh,
discovered
it is saying like Indiana. It's saying all kinds of places.
with it. Could Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn.
Let's turn on something else.
Youngstown is an hour and 18 minutes from Pittsburgh. So that is perfectly reasonable.
Sure.
That they're talking about Youngstown. Hour and 6 minutes. But that's completely reasonable that they're talking about Youngstown.
So this is probably where they spend most of their budget on. Just trying to film this.
Like this stuff?
Yeah.
But if they didn't ask permission, just go out and shoot right in front of some Fort house.
I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't
Get
think
them
that
with the doofy looking dudes.
Well, all of this
Well, they had
stuff has been added
to. They had to
in
get somebody's
post-production.
grandpa's suit for that old uniform.
Just because of the clarity of the image on TV, even trying to film a TV, you don't get that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
You'll have the lines.
It's probably one of the few things that was ever done with post-production in this.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself. Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet. Was the satellite when the satellite was exploded?
The big tall
The
fucker.
tall guy? I think it is. I didn't get a look at his face.
Could have happened. Have a bearing on it. It does seem to have a bearing.
But he's really tall.
Later.
He towered over me.
Yes. Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon. Perhaps there will be a report later.
We are doing everything possible.
He's just out there. Yeah.
He's like a raccoon right now. He's looking for food. Somebody go spray a bottle of water on him.
Jason,
Medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
One of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology. Willard.
I saw Willard.
Swapping out one comic with another.
You know each other. You from around here?
Judy and I
Call me a comic.
were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here.
At this point, why don't they just throw her out as bait and then run the other way?
Yeah, save her, then throw her out for bait. Yeah, wait till they start coming in at you.
How could we possibly get away from here?
But always have her close to the door.
Two women?
Yeah, just in case.
They go way too far with it. He does the same thing he did with the chair. It's like, we're gonna light her on fire. That'll keep him away.
She still had like no emotion.
And then she'll be dead. Oh, buy us some extra time.
She's catatonic. She won't notice.
Please tell me she got like no more acting gigs after this.
I don't actually think she got anything else.
This makes me
I
happy.
think she did.
How bad is your kid?
And Dwayne Jones, who played Ben. That's the only ones that I'm aware of.
Seriously doubt that she was actually.
Look, you go down there and tell, Judy. Yeah, you tell
I
Judy
know.
to come up here and you stay.
I don't know,
Kyra
man.
Stone, the
Me,
little
if I
girl,
was George
never
Romero,
anything else.
if I was George, I'd
I
be
met
like,
her.
man, you gotta do something else, lady.
I will say, like, that in her defense, if your character is written like an idiot and you have to play it that way, that could be like a career killer for actors.
True.
It's like,
What was
yeah. Holy
Special
shit.
Jack?
Yeah, Simple Jack.
Simple
Full
Jack.
retard.
You never go full retard.
But I mean, this was really
Did she ask?
a local independent movie. No, nobody in this was ever known for anything.
Right.
It's Mommy.
You know,
The hard way.
and Romero didn't even do anything else until like 10 years later.
Thank you, Judy.
So I guess
He
did
did.
this
I think-
did this take off? Did it take a while for it to take off?
It did, but there's a lot of speculation about the mob controlling the profits for it. But they didn't copyright it properly, so it instantly went in the public domain. So he never made any money. And I want to say Night Riders was the next movie he did after this, which is kind of terrible. Martin was really good. And then you had Dawn of the Dead, which was a big hit. But that come out in like 80. Day of the Dead was 85.
Okay.
Because
Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes. Okay.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails to hold them off while we try to escape.
And the mall they filmed Dawn of the Dead, and it's still standing.
I'll look for the
It's
box.
the Monroeville Mall.
Key ring down there. Maybe a key to the gas pump on it.
Yeah, I'd like to go.
We'd like to do.
Toss some cocktails from a window upstairs.
That'd be fun.
Meantime, a couple
If
of
you
us
do, let me
are
know. I
trying
want
to
to go
get
with
the
you.
gas and
Nick
come
and
back to
Tara,
the rest
once
of
a
the
year, they do.
That'll leave a door open
He
someplace.
actually leads
Yeah,
and
that's right.
walks
Yeah.
everybody
Better be
around.
this door.
Well, Savini's got a makeup school up there. Stacy Dixon that owns Slaughterhouse went to it.
While we're on the rest of
Yeah.
you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled
And,
for the gas pump out back.
Savini, he was going to do the makeup effects on this, but he went to Vietnam.
I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
Isn't that how you cope with the...
You're it then.
Well, when he came
Then I'll
back,
go.
he was mimicking all the things that he saw. I took pictures of them. And that
Yeah, I
got
think he was a
integrated
combat
into
Put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss a cocktail.
But I know he went to Vietnam while they
Tom,
filmed.
you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door.
I liked him in
It's no good to board it
the
up
Sex
because we'll have to
Machine.
get back
Yes.
quick.
Still down.
Best role he's ever
Where
had.
he
Yes,
opens
get
his
back
legs.
in the house.
Yeah, the gun.
I wish I could go back and
I
watch
love
that
that
again,
movie, man.
but not know that.
And
it was
that's
a
one of
vampire
those.
movie again.
So when that come out, I didn't hear about it. I was kind of couch surfing at the time, slumming it.
Exactly. I didn't know
And,
what I was about to watch.
Right.
I crashed at my buddy's house, and it's late at night, and I'm the only one up, and he rented this video. I'm like, from dusk till dawn. You know, it's the old cassette tape. It doesn't say anything but the title. All right, popped it in. Had no idea what I was about to watch. Fucking loved it.
I mean, it's like two movies in one because it's their serial killer rampage, they kidnap
Yeah.
the family. The next thing you know, here's Cheech Marin, pussy, pussy, pussy.
And then vampires.
You know?
I remember when I watched that. It was like, it was something my dad put on. It was one of those things where, you know, mom is like, don't let him see that. And the moment she's out the door, dad's like, all right, let's break out the snacks.
You ever heard of Selma Hayek?
Yeah.
You ever heard of masturbation?
Yeah.
We're gonna
But I
kill
remember-
two birds with one stone.
I just
The
remember him
song
telling me, he's
she
like,
danced-
son, this is just going to be an
The
experience.
song she danced to in that movie is called After Dark by a group called Tito and Tarantula. Real band.
Yeah.
The band in the movie is a real band. They're really good. It's like Tex-Mex Blues.
They did
Dude,
Roadhouse.
I played the shit out of their music in the strip club as a DJ.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound
And
like Mr. Cooper.
the girls loved it.
Why do you have to go out there?
I don't know.
I
If
know
Gotta
how
keep
to
the girls
handle
happy.
the truck,
but
and I
how
can
much does it
handle the
pay
pump.
to be
Ben doesn't know
strip
anything
club
about that
DJ?
Depends on the club.
Yeah. Better ones, probably.
There was
John Dollar's thinking about a new profession over here.
Yeah, I'm trying.
More and
I'm
more
interested.
of those things.
There was a time I was making over 100 grand a year.
God damn, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good. Well, I know some of those strippers make a killing doing that.
It depends on the club and what their policies are.
Remember how difficult it was
The
first to
money is
convince
not
you
as
that
good
was
as it
right
used to be for anybody.
Yeah.
Remember we had to go to Willard then.
So traditionally, it has been customary for each dancer
It's
to tip
not
the
like
DJ
just
10%
a
of
wind
what they
passing
make.
through.
Never really
We've got to
happens,
do
but if you get close to it, you're
fast.
happy.
Yeah.
Now, if you got 40 girls that all make $400, good math.
That's cash.
Because some clubs don't even actually house pay their DJs at all. I worked at one that my house pay from the club was $20.
It's just something
know.
like put on the bucks. Just be like, yeah,
And
yeah, we paid them.
The last club I worked at,
Used it all, aren't you?
they did, I wasn't on the books at all. Most of the clubs I worked at, I wasn't.
Right.
But they paid me $50 to walk in the door, then $10 for every girl that was working that night. Then each dancer mandatory tipped me out 10% of what they made in private dances. And it was a dive bar, and I made good
We're gonna
money.
get her downstairs.
We have
And
to go downstairs.
it was low maintenance. It's closed now, but it was called Midnight
She's right.
Express. down
Oh
in
God,
Floresville.
I've been there.
Until we get
At a time that it was good.
It's too close to my house.
Yeah. But I made good money in there, man. Them truckers.
And my local friends,
Yeah.
Midnight.
family members,
Dude,
The fellas.
I used to call
enemies,
them,
everything.
The fellas.
I called them the League of Superheroes, man. It was the same dudes every damn night sitting around the bar. Being the League of Superheroes. Every one of them striving to be Captain Sabo.
They were supporting
Wow.
the economy, the
Yeah.
local economy. They were
Every
putting money
night.
right back into
Same
it.
guys.
Single moms everywhere.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, they're the only ones that lost out.
I just look at them.
There is no such thing as save a hoe.
I,
As soon as your money runs out, you just lost out on saving the hoe.
yeah, but that's where the money for them girls is at. Is these fucking lonely, sad ass dudes.
Hell, one time, I just
Speaking of lonely, sad ass dudes.
this is funny, dude.
Well, he about to get blown the fuck up anyway. So.
My as soon as I got 16, my dad gets drunk one night, And he goes, "Come on, I need you to drive me somewhere." And we're driving, we keep going. Next thing you know, we end up at Midnight Express. And he goes, "I'll be back in a minute." I'm waiting in that car for like 3 hours for my dad to come out. He can barely walk. He's coming out this side. Never saw it coming. I never complained once. Nothing. But he got me that night. He got me.
You just hang here.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of shit I have seen people do in the context of strip clubs.
It's a wild place.
Eventually, it just gets sad.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
need a change and pay.
It's the same thing. It's like they come up and they're like, "Hi, what's your name? Where you from? You wanna dance?" But they all do like their rotation. You know what I mean? That's what the majority of them do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They don't even try to like have a conversation or nothing like that.
The ones that made the most money were the ones with the best hustle. It wasn't about 90% of the time. It's not about what they look like. It's about their
The way they present themselves.
I think it was Dave Chappelle that says like you never want to leave the house to go to the strip club. The strip club's the place you just want to end up at. Because if you leave specifically to go.
Oh yeah, you done lost your ass.
Oh man, for a while I worked at the Brass Stables in Prince Alley. All them drunks coming, all them other bars. It was hella money. It was
a pretty cool spot.
Everybody, because we stayed open till like 5 or 6 in the morning. So at 2:30, when Lonnie's and all them other Skulls Rainbow and Bourbon Street are all kicking people out.
Yeah.
Where do they wind up?
At the titty bar.
Right, and there was a hot dog stand across the alley.
Oh, he was really racking up.
That was owned by the same owner, right? And they sold beer, and they could sell it till 3. So the last call's at 2:30. They're kicking everybody else out of the bars. They're buying a fuck ton of beer and food right there, and they come in and paying $20 to come in.
You know, since I live right next to the Deja Vu Club, there's a guy that comes by there sometimes with his pickup truck. He's just got food and a little, like a kind of a griddle, like a hot plate that he just cooks on. Makes like incredible nachos, all of this kind of food. He shows up at about 1, right when people start filing out. That dude makes a killing.
He knows. He
out
knows.
of that spot.
Dude.
He just knows.
And they knows when to get there.
When I worked at
Looking
Crazy
for food.
Horse, the manager of Crazy Horse at the time bought a food truck and parked it in the Crazy Horse parking lot.
Yep.
It's the only place he ever needed to go.
This key won't
Probably
work.
didn't need to drive that thing for years. So
Yeah.
just leave it there.
This guy is trying to get him killed.
He just shot at
He's not a
8.
gas pump.
Then,
And what happens?
Get out of the truck, you dummy! The girl's still in the damn truck.
Closed. Yeah, it's closed. The owner sold the building. It closed in September. Yeah, one of my really good friends was still DJing there. Yeah.
So they're about to
Closed.
explode.
Yeah. The only ones left are Deja Vu and the one that used to be Metro News. It was the world's largest adult bookstore. Now there's something in it. Yeah. all the
There's
others
only one
closed.
booby bar in Nashville?
2. Deja Vu and then that.
Come on, come on.
I didn't realize
The,
that.
the law has been trying to run them out of town forever.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people, and that's just a kind of a calling, you know what I mean?
Now Huntsville's got fucking 10 of them.
There's a Wild West down there. You can smoke in the bar still.
Give a fucking hunt.
Amazing.
I think there are some bars.
No, they just made it.
France, reason.
I think they just passed a law that smoking's banned in all of them.
Wow, that's fucking.
I don't know if it's taken effect.
It was bad enough that it had to be 21 and up.
I stay the fuck out of Nashville bars anymore.
Exactly.
I used to be like a resident of the beer cellar. If you've ever gone in there, I used to love that place.
Is that the one that's like right on the river?
It was underneath Hooters.
Yeah, over by the river.
Yeah. I used to practically live there.
It looks.
I haven't been in there since the bomb blew it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I worked right down the street from where it did, and I quit a month before the bomb.
Oh, no
You
shit.
talking about that Predator missile?
Dude,
That might be-
I was in a band that lived with a guy that lived right down the road from that bomber guy.
We felt it here.
That was a
Once again, since when has the FBI ever opened an investigation and closed that motherfucker in 2 days?
Yeah.
Think about it.
And also, I remember just thinking, it's like, because it was right outside the AT&T building, it's like, that guy probably got one too many drunk calls. He's like, I need this to make a
Well, he
fucking
used
state.
to be an AT&T employee, is the report I saw.
He was a patsy. The FBI have been watching him for like the last 12 months because his neighbors were telling on him because he's, just a weird guy. He was a patsy. I wouldn't be surprised if he went dead inside that vehicle while they're saying the announcement's coming. Get away, there's a bomb. Get away, there's a bomb.
Weirdest things about it too.
I still think that's horse shit. But hey, they opened and closed that real quick, and then they did the insurrection a couple days later. So
some of my friends, like a few months, they moved here, and then like a month and a half later was when that happened. They're like, yeah, welcome to Nashville. Here's an exploding RV.
It's not normally like this. I apologize for
The timing
mistake.
could not be worse.
We don't really have
Since I've
bombs
been
go off
living
very
here.
often.
I moved here in '99, and it's changed a lot.
2003, so yes, it's changed.
Yeah,
She was
and
born.
It wasn't as big of a
I
tourist
was-
crowd.
Yeah, like
as
she
it's
moved here in
become.
2003.
I was 2, actually.
I was at the first. It was the first time I've been downtown in a couple of years. With just the other week, I went to a concert at the Ryman.
Oh, is this
And
where they're starting to eat body parts? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday night in downtown. And it was $35 to park.
It's worse now.
I'm like, this is why I don't go downtown. I think the last time I was downtown before that was the last Slayer show.
That was what just kind of made me crazy, because I moved out here from Missoula, Montana. But it's like,
Oh, well,
the
shit.
prices in a parking garage. So I remember, like, you could park in Missoula. If you wanted to park there, like, all day in a garage, it's like no more than $10. And then I come into a parking garage here, it's like 2 hours. Would you like to pay $20? It's like, are you out of your fucking mind? I'd rather light this thing on fire than pay that.
Yeah, I stayed the fuck out of it. I used to, I was a bar fly for years and years and years, and eventually you start to realize you know what's at the end of that road. And I just lost interest.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet?
Now the only time I'm ever in a bar is when I go see a local band or I'm playing in one.
Exactly. As far as drinking goes, I'd rather just drink on this show or drink with my buddies
Yeah.
in my house.
Yeah. With the
It's
fellas.
more interesting to drink with my friends than it is to go to a bar and drink with random strangers.
Pay $7 for a beer.
And more expensive too.
And then
Fuck,
somebody-
man,
it's
it
like,
used to
I
be
gotta get an
$6 a
Uber.
pitcher
10 minutes to
for
3.
domestics at Beer Cellar, and on Sunday and Thursday it was 2 for 1.
Nice.
We would all just get pitchers and be drinking out of
anything
them.
about
Conan
Pictures
mugs.
around.
Is Willard
Yeah,
nearest
we'd
town?
get fucking hammered. Like, it would be stupid.
I mean, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Last time I got pictures was in a place called a Sports Page. I ended up waking up in Kentucky. Don't know how I ended up there.
You said
I
those
did
things
that
turned
wound
your
up in
car.
Kansas City.
You think we can get it back
From
on its
St.
wheels and
Louis.
drive it? Where is it?
And don't know how I got there.
Of all the places to end up, there's worse spots than Kansas City.
Oh, no, there's not. You've never been to Kansas City,
I've
Missouri.
only been through it.
You were on the misery side. That's why.
I'm not exactly sure. We wound up in a pool hall. And
Not
I,
exactly
like,
sure.
memory of being in St. Louis, memory of pool hall in Kansas City. Nothing in between. There were a lot of drugs.
I think there's a movie right
You were abducted.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
sell that as a screenplay.
Fear and Loathing is loosely based off Rich Ponder and his adventures.
Oh, God. And I was
Hunter just
asking-
traveling, channeling him.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You haven't lived until you've got a head full of acid and you're parked at the gates of hell.
Hey, I've drove the bus before.
And you're with a couple of friends. One of them's passed out in the car. Some chick's in the car crying, and you have no idea why. Then the other buddy is laying on the trunk, making out with a chick, but you're tripping so goddamn hard. You look over, and he is making out with a fucking pig.
Holy shit.
And I tackled him. I said, "Why the fuck are you kissing that animal?"
Oh, fuck.
And this girl starts crying now. Because I'm like, you're making out with a pig.
That might be why the first
And then somebody drove by and threw firecrackers out their car, and that was dynamite, and I was scared to shit of it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that probably explained why the first one
country,
tried,
man.
too.
Probably.
You might have called her a pig,
I have
too.
never made anyone cry.
Somebody get some fucking golf shoes.
Besides that woman you called a pig.
Yeah, that was on accident.
Hey, listen, I was
Usually
tripping.
it's on purpose.
Into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis,
Acid,
whatever
man.
cause,
It'll do it to you.
come back to life.
It's a hell of a drug.
Fuck, man. The last time I took any psychedelics, it's been like 15 years now at least. I started crying because Jimi Hendrix was dead.
That is definitely
While my
something worth
roommate
crying
took a
over.
bath with his clothes on and played with glow
Did you
sticks.
throw a toaster in there?
No, I thought it was a great idea to start it was his birthday, which is late November. And it was cold outside, and I thought, okay, we'll fire at the fireplace. And I put an entire case of starter logs in the fireplace. The whole wall was black the next day.
God damn.
But I did not burn down the house. Yep.
Luckily, the fire went out on its own, right?
Look, it was just right down the road from here.
Rabbit peaked.
Yeah, that's what we call organized
It was
chaos.
back behind the Circle K by the fairgrounds.
Sounds like something I would just walk into my homies doing sober. Like, my homies are stupid enough to do that shit.
With me, at least, it was mostly drugs and alcohol. And it's like a shock that I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
This dude's like carrying around bullets, and he's got like 3 cigars on the top of his hat.
He's dressed like Al
He
Capone.
runs the January 6th message
That's
board.
motherfucking.
This is
That's
where it's
Joe
Look at them
Arpaio.
elephant gun bullets. Jesus Christ.
It's goddamn Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
If I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things,
That's actually Chili Bill. He was a horror host on that local station.
if you don't get yourself a club
Horror.
or a torch,
Horror.
The horror.
they go up pretty easy.
The horror.
Yeah, they're dead. They're
Getting old
all
Tim
messed
Dillon
up.
over there.
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Long Island is showing.
Are they slow moving, Chief? Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up. Well, in time, would you try to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours? Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
You think the cameraman would pay? Now it's just filming people.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
That's all sad.
Why did the power
Is the
go
fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know.
He looks pissed.
Power lines are down.
I love their use
He's
of lighting in
still
this
slumped.
stuff.
He's just like,
He's
The
even
way
more
they use
insecure
light and
now.
shadow. Because it emphasizes a lot of the paranoia.
People are dead already on account of that guy.
And it's
Take a look
a
out
lot
that
harder to
window.
pull that off in black and white too. You gotta
I would
very
argue that some of the
specifically.
best is in black and white.
Like the, have you ever seen The Lighthouse?
I haven't seen that, but Roman Polanski's like earlier works,
Right.
like Repulsion and stuff like that. Then you go back to German Expressionism, the use of like
Oh yeah.
shadows.
Metropolis is one of the most
Metropolis.
beautiful things.
You know,
but God, is it an annoying fucking film to get through?
well,
I
saw-
love it.
Yeah, I saw it once with the Alloy Orchestra where they played like saws, and in real time they're scoring the film. It got
Oh, that had to be
Krash.
amazing.
It was fantastic. It was, you know,
That's also the thing. It's like with something like a black and white movie. When you pull off the lighting, you really fucking pull it
Right,
off.
yep.
It's very difficult to do, but when it
Well,
works,
if
it
you
really
look at the
does.
movies from the 30s, the very first talkies, and it's one of the reasons I think that the original early Universal monsters were so effective is the lighting.
Right.
I mean, Dracula in particular. I mean, that lighting in there is phenomenal.
It's probably because like they knew that like the people on set just sitting there with like actual lighting and color. Like this looks goofy as hell. We gotta light this so that
Yeah, and
it actually
I tell you,
works.
for me, after all the years that I'm working in haunted houses over 30 years, one of the most important things to me, for me, when I'm designing something, is getting the lighting right.
Right.
Get the cellar now. Move!
The sound design back in the day was just fucking.
Oh yeah, and the way they did it was, but it was all of that added to it, and it was storytelling because they had very little in the line of makeup effects. I mean, you had Lon Chaney, and that was it. You know, and that dude tortured himself to figure out how to do shit.
I didn't realize he shot him.
Well, there's a scene coming up when they come through the door, and I think you take a freeze still of that. That's really good right there. But you take a still of Johnny coming through the door. It's fucking amazing. Or even like that, even though he's being really melodramatic about being shot.
Very.
Walking off dick.
Can you help me?
Hit me.
Little lady, I've just been shot. I hope this doesn't traumatize you.
Oh, he's got me. He's got me by my throat. Squeeze hard, baby. I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing until everybody's eating. You can help her.
She just likes the physical affection.
I think she
Yeah,
kinda
she
does.
just likes the slumpy shoulders.
How's it going?
Ignoring
I
her
know.
every goddamn-
You're right.
Fine.
She's felt something she ain't felt in a while. Strength.
Now she ate his whole fucking arm.
Oh yeah.
She's hungry as hell.
Oh, baby. Baby.
Oh god, how much slower could it go?
No fight or flight response. Neither one. Just freeze. And a lot of people do that.
She's in a real codependent relationship with her daughter.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to kill me, but I also want to leave you alone.
But at the time, I mean, the shadow of that crawl was so effective.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie scared the shit out of people.
It's kind of like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if it didn't hold the test of time, we wouldn't be talking about it today.
We wouldn't be sitting here watching it.
The blood that was used on those.
Hell, this is better than that last movie we watched. They just
Whatever
used
the hell
dirt
that
and
was.
clothes.
Yeah,
to do
it's
it
just
out.
like 30 minutes of shoplifting in the mall.
That right there.
Oh,
Josh,
to the stage.
is
Let
that
the
not the
morals
most
give it a raise,
badass
though.
shit?
It's pretty good.
I see the gloves.
He's gonna finally finish the job.
Yeah, it's like,
set
the
out
murder
to do.
plan has been delayed.
He's
So
like,
finally, I
He's
guess.
like, actually, I'm not even a zombie. This is just what I was gonna do.
Yeah. He's just pretending.
Well, I'd say she's dead, right?
Yeah, she
Thank
Yeah,
God.
but, yeah, she's getting gangbanged right about now.
Thank God.
That's all.
There's the first one.
That's another statement.
Look out! Look out! Don't let it touch you. Hey! Don't let it touch you. Punch it in the face.
What the hell?
Doilies, you moron.
One thing we want to keep alive here. Right past them. What's funny now is that one of zombies in the movie depicted something. See the problem?
Right.
Just kill them.
Take place after 88.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's no katanas around. I'm screwed.
So if my memory serves me correct,
Hey, is that a
at the
whole
very
ball?
end, when it's all said and done, the mob comes up and blows him away anyways, right?
Spoilers.
But was he ever bitten or not bitten? Was he a zombie?
No, he was gonna be fine.
Oh,
In
that's
the
fucked up.
remake, he was a zombie.
That's what I thought. Okay.
But here, no, he was alive.
Oh. Shit, I don't even remember this part.
Shoot you again. Million.
I've been waiting for this for a while.
Don't forget about the lady.
Oh, God.
The mama should still be
I'm
down
upset
there.
because I felt too good to shoot that guy.
I had to waste 2 bullets on him. Did he not just walk by her on the steps?
And the kid just stabbed her, didn't eat her.
The transitive properties from travel to zombie is still work in
and
progress.
The amount of force it would take to go through someone's sternum.
Yes.
With a trowel.
You'd have to really bring it down.
Yeah. 9-year-olds.
That's a swole ass thing. She's like the Dwayne Johnson of 9-year-olds.
She was always a strong baby.
Then she goes back to can't keep a grip on him. She didn't want it back. That's what it is. She didn't put her heart into it.
Where's the confidence, lady?
She put it into her heart.
Who told us there'd be snacks at this point?
That one old lady's got it down, man. I tell you what, they must just went to the hospital and got hurt.
Yeah. They just went up to the hospice and like, we just need him for an hour.
Yeah.
Just need to get a few shots.
They went to the crazy person's home.
Yeah.
We just need to just put them in the room and all just naturally like that.
Just let us know when they take their meds and we're getting them out of bed immediately after.
In the remake, you know, they'd show these shots and they'd have all the zombies strung up, hung, and they were fucking with them and shooting at them and shit.
Yeah.
Using them as like target practice.
Look at that old prototype helicopter.
Dude, that's the back cop. Krash.
See, that's why we never need to give our guns up.
Why they couldn't get a Huey with
Case
a
of
door
zombies.
gunner and just waste them like it's a rice paddy?
Get some. Get some. Get some.
You don't lead zombies too much.
You don't lead the shot too much.
Release the hounds.
Who let the dogs out?
Hey, Vince, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out.
Just have it here, Bill. Yeah, Chief.
This guy just keeps wielding this big belt of fucking bullets he's got. Not one is missing yet.
He's like Schwarzenegger in Commando.
We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into
I think if I went zombie, nix the tie.
I forgot to keep watching the other guy's tie. Would it stay the same?
Just asking.
Damn it.
Tell him we're going to stay with it and
Start it over.
everything
Do it
appears to
again.
be under control.
Run it back.
Now, if they're out hunting for zombies, there has to have been like one dude that was just out on a stroll.
Oh, yeah, the German
Somebody
Shepherds.
just
Yeah, I
like
know.
German
German Shepherds can't smell zombies.
Yeah, I know.
They're trying to smell, you know. Well, never mind.
I don't want to get into it.
I'm not gonna.
No reason to be specific on why a German Shepherd needs to smell. I think
He
that's
doesn't
something to do with
just have
Jews.
zombies to worry about.
There's one. Toom, toom, toom.
They're trying to save the ammo, gentlemen.
I know.
We got a call.
Why ain't I hearing more rebel yells? Rebel yell.
Clumped together. They should be walking 2 ways.
Yep. Probably cover more ground that way.
We could spread out here.
Well, you'd think some of them would bring a more accurate gun than a snub-nosed 38.
Somebody had a cook out
These
here.
tracks
man.
are side by
Yeah, sure
side.
looks like
Rednecks
it.
walk single file.
Find your group. Those are just other people in the search party.
Oh, there went the old lady. Ka-ting.
He's been in the attic this whole time. He's like, shit, first zombies, now the Russians are invading. I'm hearing gunshots everywhere.
Now, you would think if you started hearing gunshots, you'd be like, hey, I'm alive in here. No. No.
I'm just going to walk out exactly like a zombie would.
I'm not a fucking zombie.
Well, he's also holding a gun. Wouldn't that be a dead giveaway?
No, they hold
Well,
rocks.
they were gunning for either one. He just happened to show up.
Yeah.
You drag that out of here and throw it
Maybe
on
he
the
thinks
fire.
like, shit, the zombies have guns now.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the
He's
house.
been in the streets calling dude zombies the whole time.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
Damn.
Good shot. Okay.
Could've
Another
went
one for the fire, boys.
Yeah, that
One
was.
for the fire.
That could have went a whole lot better.
Imagine surviving like a zombie takeover just for some dickhead.
I know.
Shoot you.
I love
It
the
feels like that'd be the way I'd go.
of the still shots. As they tell more of a story than you would think they would. And there's Candyman Hook.
Hey.
Now, and Tony Todd come back and play
Hey.
Candyman with the hook, and he was in the remake of this.
Awful interesting.
This is the plan all along.
And how was it the Candyman died?
Bees.
But didn't the
I think they strung him up. Oh, they
the white
lynched
people
him.
did that too?
Yeah, they lynched him.
Huh. It's all starting to
I'm
connect.
starting to notice a pattern here.
Kyra Shone is
Sick pattern.
Kind of wish we just left. It's like, how did he die?
Chili
Bees.
Billy.
Just
Chili
bees.
Billy.
There's a lot of Reachies in this.
Ricci. They must have just like walked up one like while they were filming, like, "Hey, Ricci's,
Yeah,
we need some extras."
We need the Reachies. Randy Bird. Spielberg's dead. Not really.
Wow. This is some excellent credits actually with the still. This is ahead of its
they're
time.
really effective.
That is really one of ahead of its time, kind of.
It tells as good of a story as anything else.
We should have just done the stills and called it a day.
Special thanks to the local news and the local radio. You made this movie for $40.
Well, I think it's, it all comes together, and this is a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
No, nothing wrong
As
with
much
it.
as we make fun of the shit on it, it's really good, especially for its time.
Oh yeah.
Well, especially for the time, people were probably running, screaming from the theaters.
All right. Well, that's it. Fuck you all. Good night.